Hello everyone. 5th of June is World Environment Day. So let's hear the story of the glass tree, which is based on a book by M. Mukundan, which is also a retelling of an original Malayalam story. Unni, said Mutashi, who was the grandmother of Unni. Tell me a story. She just couldn't sleep without hearing one of Unni's stories. Unni, who was in class 2, had lots of homework to do. Just a small story, Unni, she pleaded. An Unni Katha. Her face lit up when Unni walked up to her and asked, Shall I tell you the story of the glass tree? Snuggling up to Mutashi, Unni stared at the blank wall in front of him. It was a bare white wall with no photographs and no showpieces. And then the first picture appeared. It was that of a short, stubby man in a palanquin. He wore thick gold earrings, and his pudgy fingers had many rings made of gold too. Look, Putashi, said Unni. This is the chief. His name is Kuruman Panikkan. Kuruman was surrounded by attendants and a lamp bearer. The light from the lamp shone in front of the palanquin like a smudge of pale gold. As usual, Kuruman is going to the huge champaka tree to pray to the stone idol under the tree, said Unni. And then a huge, magnificent champaka tree appeared on the white wall in front of them. It was heavy with flowers whose fragrance filled the air with a sweet smell. While Kuruman was praying, a stranger came and stood behind him. I am Melkoran, he said as he bowed in front of Kuruman, and then he joined his hands in respect. I have come from the west. What do you want from me? Asked Kuruman. This tree is very old and it will die someday, said Melkoran, pointing to the huge champaka tree. The leaves of the tree rustled, the wind murmured, "Sss," and the Karadan chartan birds, the birds with wings of many colors, they stirred in their nests made of dried grass. Melkoran continued, I will make you a beautiful new tree, a tree which will never grow old and which will never shed its leaves, said Melkoran. Really? Asked Kurman, excited by the idea of a tree which will never die. If that's the case, set out for work at once, said Kurman. Dawn was breaking. The treetops gleamed white. The oil in the stone idol's lamp was almost running out. And then Melkoran came with an axe and crash! The huge champaka tree, which was as old as the earth itself, was now dead. The food seeking birds came flying back and they helplessly circled around the tree, trying to protect, trying to save their little babies. They hovered around their felled friend for a long time. Meanwhile, Melkoran set out to work on his tree. With great care and great skill, he carved out the roots of his tree, and then he carved off the trunk of the tree, and then the branches. For the leaves and the flowers, he used green and white colored glass. With great care and with great love, he carved out the each stem and each vein of the tree. It took him 1.5 years to complete the tree, and when it was done, it glistened and shone in the sun. The colors of the sunrise and the sunset, they all filtered through the grass leaves of the tree. It looked beautiful. Everyone praised the tree. People came from far and near to look at this fantastic glass tree. Only Panikin can do something like this, all of them said. Indeed, it was a beautiful tree. Panikin was so proud. He showered Melkoran with priceless gifts for the service which he had rendered. But the flowers of the tree did not have any smell. The branches of the tree had glistening glass nests, but no bird ever made it its home. Even the children would not climb the branches of the tree. And the goddess, the stone idol which was placed under the tree, also looked sad without the cooling, loving shade of the old champaka tree. Soon, Panikan and the villagers realized the mistake which they had committed. Panikan had exchanged his old loyal champaka tree for a glass tree which was beautiful but did not serve any purpose. Then a child came out and said, "Why don't we plant new champaka trees?" The villagers set out for work at once and they sowed seeds for 10 trees all around the tree where the place where the old champaka tree once stood. It would take a long time for these trees to grow though, and with this, Kuruman and the villagers faded from the white wall in front of Unni. As beautiful as a glass tree is, said Unni, it can't replace the magnificence of a real champaka tree. Isn't it, Mutashi? Asked Unni. He turned around and found Mutashi was fast asleep. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the story.